notes बना लो. There are some shortcut keys. First is control plus plus, control minus. So why these are not used? Let's say in between name and marks, I want to add one more column. So select the column first of all. How to select a column? Click on the column name. जहाँ पे आपको column का name header होता है, column header. Just click on that and press Control plus. Control plus. So what it will do? It will insert a blank column to the left side of the column which you have selected. You have selected this column now. So when I pressed Control plus S, so what it did, it inserted a blank column to the left of the selected column. If I'm again pressing Control plus, just have a look. Every time it is opening up at what I can say, at the left hand side. Also, if you don't want to go for shortcut keys, there are options. The option is, okay, let's say this time before this, insert, and in insert you can see insert sheets column. So what it will do, it will insert a sheet column. But we should be very much aware of the shortcut keys as well. Shortcut keys Control plus and Control minus. Now, if I want to increase one row above PQR, just select and write down Control plus. What will happen? It will insert or add rows and columns. Control plus is used to add rows and columns. Okay. Again, now it is showing you Control minus. It is just opposite of Control plus. It is used to remove. Add or remove rows slash columns. Right. I'm going to press Control minus, selecting the first of all complete column and then Control minus. It will get deleted. It will get deleted. Now, if I'm selecting a particular cell, okay, I am selecting a cell and pressing Control plus. So it is showing me all the options which are available. Shift cells right, shift cells down. Right means column आप insert कर रहे हो. Down means you are inserting rows. Entire row you want to insert and entire column you want to insert. Let's say I want to shift cells down. Just have a look. Just have a look. One row has been inserted. This is how you can insert a column or a row. The same way, if you want to delete it, you can delete it. Delete rows. Again, you go for delete. And the shortcut key is Control minus. Now, next important feature, you want to sort this data. For example, you are having a data and you want to sort this data. So you can use sorting feature, and let me just tell you, sorting feature is used in a single column. एक टेबल में आप एक से ज़्यादा columns पे sorting नहीं use कर सकते हो. Let me just show you how to sort. Sort and filter. What you need to do, let's say you want to sort this according to the serial number wise. Okay, you want to sort according to the serial number wise. Just click on it and smallest to largest. Just have a look. It has converted smallest to largest and names are also changed as per the given criteria. The same way, if I want to sort, go to custom sort. On which column you want to sort? I want to sort column number F, names. Because F is A, B, C, D. Alphabets are there now. So you want A to Z or Z to A. I want Z to A. And okay. So first of all, it will display the data as per this. Fine. So this is it for today. A very good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about protection of your Excel sheet. How to protect your sheets basically. There are two types of protection. One is the Excel, whenever you open Excel file, it will ask for a password. Another way is protecting your content of the Excel sheet. So first is we are going to apply for protecting the content. Go to the review tab. In this, you will see protect sheet option. Click on that. Set a password over there. Let's say I'm going to put a password and click on OK button. It is asking you to retype your password for confirmation and then done. Okay. Now, if I try to write something over here, you will see the chart or the cell you are trying to change is on a protected sheet. It means I cannot make any changes into this sheet. Nothing we can do. I just only can see the sheet. I'm going to save this file, and the shortcut key to save a file is F12 or Control plus S. Control plus S is for saving, and F12 is for save as option. So let's say I'm going to save it on my desktop, and the name of my file is book2. It is done. I'm closing the file. Now you'll see here you will get a book2 file. If I'm sharing this file with someone and that person will going to open the file, so what will happen? He just only can see the content. He cannot make any changes into the content. This is how you can predict your sheet. Let's say I'm going to unpredict it first of all. I'm going to put some data over there. Marks, and then here we go for remarks. So let's say I'm going to type here some values. And there are remarks. Now I want this file should be edited by or we can say it should be edited from the remarks column. Nobody will be able to change the serial number, the name, and the marks of the student. Only he can add remarks, right? So what I can do, I can just click on the allow user to edit ranges. The feature is allow user to edit the ranges. It is asking you, then click on new. Select the range from where you want the user to allow. First of all, the title, let's say the title is remarks. And then here, select the ranges. I am going to allow people to edit data into these ranges only. The selected data, the selected cells which I have selected, only in those cells, user will be able to write anything or modify the content in it. If you want to give the password of this range, you can give completely optional. You can leave it also. Click on OK button. Done. Again, I'm protecting my sheet. First of all, apply and OK. Clicking on Excel, protecting sheet, and again setting my password over there. Now you will see if I try to put anything over there, nothing is happening. But if I'm trying to enter some marks, so you can see it is allowing me to enter the marks. This is known as protecting the sheet and allowing user to edit the range of cells after protection also. One thing, let's say, okay, one more password is there. Go to the file tab. Then we have, you can see here, protect workbook. The option is written here, protect workbook. Click on this, and here you can write, select for encrypt with the password. If I select this and putting a password over here, and okay. Now it is protected, crossing my file, save. Now you'll see if I am going to send this file to someone, let's say to you all of the students, and I'm going to open this file now. It is asking me for the password. It is asking me for the password. Just a second. It is asking me before opening the file, it is asking me for a password. First, I have to enter the password, and then it will allow me to open this file. It will allow me to open this file. So there are two types of protection in MS Excel. One is the content protection. Second is the file protection. You can protect your whole file as well. Also, if you want to delete that, going to the review tab once again and protecting the sheet. If you want to delete this ranges you have selected, so what you can do, you can delete it also, you can modify it as well as per your choice. You can modify it as well as per your choice. Another feature which we are going to see in Excel is data consolidation. What is data consolidation? Basically, it allow you to put restrictions into the columns. Like here, let's say the weightage of the question or the total marks were 50. I want user will not be able to type the values above 50 or below 0, right? A person is getting either, marks will get either from 0 to 50, not below 50 and not above 50. So I want to make a restrictions over there. How you can do that? This is very simple. First of all, select the ranges of cells and go to the data tab. In data tab, you will see data validation. Data validation. Just click on the data validation and click on data validation. Here you can see what kind of value you are allowing, because it is a marks column, right? So we are allowing only numbers we are allowing, or we can have decimal numbers as well, because child will get in 0.5 values also, completely up to us. So I'm going for whole numbers. And between, what is the minimum value? The minimum value will be 0 and the maximum value will be 50. Except these values means above 50 and below 50, user will not be able to type the values. This I have set the criteria. Then, because you have set a criteria, the user must be aware of कि भाई क्या criteria है, right? What is the criteria? So for that, what you need to do, you need to give the title. Let's say I'm giving a here small message. And what is the message you are giving? Input values. This is for instructions from 0 to 50. What you are doing, you are saying input values from 0 to 50. If error is there, if a user is typing a error, right? So you can give what kind of a sign you want to give, either warning, okay? Or you can go for information, or you can go for stop. Whatever sign you want to give, that is completely to you. Let's say I'm going for warning or stop is good. You are giving a message, wrong input. Please enter the correct values. Whatever message you want to give to the user, right? And then click on OK button. Now you'll click on it. As soon as you click on this, now you can see the message is written input values from 0 to 50, right? If I'm trying to put 45, of course it will accept. If I'm trying to put 78, so what it will show? It is showing me wrong input and please enter the correct values. So this is how we can put validations in our cells, for which makes us easier to make a report or to make a sheets basically. And I'm going to for retry and write down here 12. Let's say here I'm writing minus 20. We are aware of that marks can never be negative, right? So again, we have given a restriction that the value should be below 50 and above 0. So I'm going to put it as 20 here.